Yep, alright, so we are back with a Doki Doki Literature Club, part 2. So, yesterday we completed, I believe, till the first day. Let's drink some water and get ready to voice act again.
Hi, Alive!
Yo, Sayori, looks like you're in a good mood today.
Eh,
Ah, man,
eh,
that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Eh, that's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh, eh, why that all of a sudden?
Only two small coins fall out.
Ha 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 ha.
I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money to buy in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you are not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or that you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that leaves only one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Shogog, move. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just for a cookie. Monica!
Natsuki's voice resonates from inside the closet. Eh? Appear inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop trying to figure out how to reach her manga.
I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna go get a chair, so just hang on.
It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learnt my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut.
Hush!
Natsuki climbs out of the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and I simply watch.
What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of just sitting and doing nothing?
Who was it who told me not to help? Let me just stand up. I slowly release the grip from the chair.
What do you mean stand up?
Natsuki looks down at me.
Why are you all the way back? Eh!
Natsuki looks like she realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box.
What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my...
Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box.
You, hentai, baka, perv. Just set me up. Go away. Get out.
But...
I'll do it myself. Ah.
The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki!
Yeah.
The scene turns into chaos. In a split second, the chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you! Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor beneath her.
Gross.
A fish pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet.
What were you thinking, you sicko?
Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on that page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up, slams the book shut, and throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you?
No.
Natsuki's voice squeals. I see the tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down.
No. I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. You're really nice to me.
Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do.
You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up.
If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time and I open the second volume. Natsuki His mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing out things to me. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me and then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Hmm? Is it that bad?
No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. Oh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around.
In that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you?
I'll tell you, huh?
Natsuki. Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something.
You're trying to impress me?
Not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, she did like your poem a lot the other day too. I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating alive? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. She's gross. It's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
Okay, a pretty dark poem. One could only imagine who this Amy is.
Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
That's true.
Well, I'm not really very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing.
I like happy the most, but sometimes, when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a little nice happy rainbow.
That's true. Sayuri, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Alive. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Oh boy, these poems are long. Handing them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all of the flow. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Quite a turn compared to yesterday's poem. Holy crap, Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did.
But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. This is gonna be some fourth wall breaking stuff, so let's go. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright and beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. And this is in quotes, so it's Monica saying it. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... I mean...
Cherry fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Hey.
Okay. Oh boy, need a little bit of help here. So do we walk home with Natsuki or do we walk home with Sayori? Is the childhood? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down.
She isn't so cute and fun to be around. Isn't she cute and fun to be around?
That has nothing to do with what I just said. Cheeks. Boop. Sticky. Yep. Oh, it's coming, boys. It's coming close. Oh, man. Creeper. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing? Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Haha. You must have a lot of determination starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that this club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're willing to help out with the festival too. Sayori is sitting in a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Hey, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back at everyone else. This time I think I want to show it to Sayori.
It's nice, I guess.
Oh, come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki.
Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Alive.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright, just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go and play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Yikers. Natsuki next time. It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too.
Right? Alive? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone.
Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult it was for her, but finally she forces herself to extend her arms and sets the poem on the table.
You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now.
Okay, I will. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you. The Tsundere is coming out really good.
Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too, okay? You know, when you're so nice to me, it's meaningful.
Ah, I'm glad. Seeing Natsuki satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her soft hands surprise me with their assertion.
I don't want it.
Eh? Why not?
I just don't. Jeez.
I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me a poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I chose to go along with it.
Good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. I'm just glad that you want it.
Natsuki backpedals her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts, too cute. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can faintly see her smiling to herself. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Alive. It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Alive. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask something. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. The lady who knows everything. I'm not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. In a way, it's almost paradoxical because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? Okay, you three, we're done sharing points, right? Why don't we start figuring out?
Hold on a second. Is it just me that you said something strange just now?
Yep, she did. Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase while addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing on this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. You could make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. The atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares into her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. It would probably go a long way to give them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. That's. Monica is suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth am I going to respond to a suggestion like that?
Hold on, I never said that. How could it be that? How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for a life too.
What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't. Just what do you think?
Guys. He hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in.
You literally just said that.
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though.
Jeez, can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Alive, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course.
Umph.
Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with. Alright, boys, this one is going to be your help as well. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like it's a lot of work, so it will probably use two people. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it. BGM's gone. BGM is gone. Oh boys. This might be some horror time. Again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's house like the family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Alive.
When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Alive.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like it has always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me. Thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond.
Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I just decided the world just wants to torture me. I'm self and weak. I'm selfish and weak. And that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Because, without thinking, once again I grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Ah, Alive.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough.
I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings alive. The, the only thing I'm not feeling, nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go, and she does. I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun, right?
yeah.
How do you like it? How would you like for me to spend it all with you?
No,
That's what I want. I promise.
I, I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her tears. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, no, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really won't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to at least come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
Ah, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry about me too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely gonna have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me.
Stop!
Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than this cool uniform really threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled. Please phrase it better, game. Spilled fluid and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the wall. Her finger towards my own face. You wish I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand as well, but I grab that one as well.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it.
Oh, look at her tiny hands.
You know that all the time to me, saying dumb things to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and. That's not nice. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What? Did you seriously just... Ah,
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Alive, you really shouldn't do that thing. Do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. I read that wrong. I read that wrong in my head. Why am I starting to feel dizzy?
Eh,
Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
no wonder. You left a dirty tray there, you dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should check before turning the oven on.
As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet smelling. Sweet smelling? No, sweet smelling. Warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. Oh wait, Natsuki,
Eh,
what you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be all that way. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
um, do you really mean that?
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch the sides of my t-shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against mine.
I've felt it for a while now. Uh,
Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Ah,
So, Sayori?
eh?
Ah, how, hi, alive.
Sayori! Just now we weren't.
Hey, hey, hey. It's okay, alive. I just stopped by to say hi. I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That, that's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, alive? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? And it hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be much better if I could just disappear. Alive. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm about to give you. She doesn't need more feelings to be mixed up. She just needs her friend. You will always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier he seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were.
I I see.
Sherry forces her smile through an incredibly pained expression.
Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori,
It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time. There was no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back the way it was. I realize that now. You really don't know me better than anyone alive. I trust you with anything. Anything at all. So,
Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees.
ah!
Touching her head with both her hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm shocked. I don't know how to react. Sherry looks over to her shoulder and flashes one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Watch your words, Alive. You think on days disimportant, she'd try a little harder. But I say that, but suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and suddenly feel awful knowing that it's nearly not simple for her, not nearly simple enough for her. I only said that because that's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Alive. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? What's this? I flipped a series point. It's a different one. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't heard before. Percent. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least try to wait for her or help her wake up. Even this simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been, and if that's what she needs, and that's what I'm going to give to her. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayo! An exception has occurred. Game script. Game/script chapter 5.rpy line 307. Trace back text for details. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up till a few days ago. Yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Oh boy, that's a. Shall we try to do something? Load game. Load game. Yeah, it's a game, right? And I have a save, so I can just go over to that part. Right? Right? File error. Characters/sayori.chr. The file is missing or corrupt. Save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. So let's just continue the game, shall we? Alright, the save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. Okay, new game shouldn't be that bad, right? Okay, that girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. However, I just idle in front of the crosswalk and let that catch up to me. Okay, alright, and game crashed and reset. It is an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on anime and games. There is always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Alive? And we are going to end it off here today. It showed us Sayori practically non-existent on the game screen first, then it looked like there was no dialogue for Sayori, there was no name for Sayori, even her character art was just kind of replaced by all the other girls, and the game's just kind of being glitchy. I'm gonna call it a day as well. My throat's gone. So, yep. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. So, goodbye.